Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in every man's life when excuses no longer serve, when the noise of doubt and hesitation is silenced by the clarity of purpose. The moment you decide to stop talking, stop planning endlessly, and start moving, this is the moment you begin to change everything. Because success, true success, does not come to those who wait for perfect conditions or ideal circumstances. It comes to those who simply just get it done. You see, the greatest enemy of progress is procrastination. The voice inside that whispers, "Not yet," "tomorrow," or "I'm not ready." This voice will rob you of your dreams, silently steal your time, and bury your potential beneath piles of unfinished plans and unfulfilled promises. But you have a choice. You can listen to that voice and remain where you are, or you can choose to rise above it. Just get it done is not a call for reckless haste. It is a command to take decisive action, to break the cycle of endless preparation and fear, and to meet the challenge with the power of your will. It is the difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who only dream of achievement. The man who just gets it done is not the one who never faces failure or doubt. No, he stumbles, he falls, and sometimes he fails spectacularly. But he is relentless. Failure does not stop him because his purpose is greater than his fear. His vision is clearer than his doubts, and every time he falls, he gets up stronger, more determined, more certain that the only way forward is forward. Think about the most successful people in history. What sets them apart is not their intelligence nor their talent alone. It is their refusal to be paralyzed by hesitation. They made the decision to act, and to act now, not later. They recognized that perfection is a myth, and that progress is born from imperfect action taken consistently. The principle is simple. The mind is the master of your destiny, but only when you command it to act. When your thoughts are aligned with your purpose, and you fuel those thoughts with persistent action, there is no force on earth that can stand in your way. So, when the task seems overwhelming, when fear grips your heart and your mind spins in doubt, remember this one truth: action is the antidote to fear. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. And the quickest way to conquer your fear is to just get it done. Begin now. Take that first step, no matter how small. Write the first word, make the first call, make the first move, because momentum is born from movement. And once you start moving, the path will begin to reveal itself. Obstacles will become lessons. Doubts will become determination. You have within you the power to achieve greatness, but that power is unlocked only by your willingness to act. Do not wait for the perfect moment. It will never come. Do not wait for confidence. It grows through doing. Do not wait for permission. It is yours to claim. Just get it done is your battle cry. It is the key that opens the door to your dreams. It is the force that turns vision into victory. The time is now. The power is yours. The choice is simple. Just get it done. Too many men and women fall victim to the idea that before they begin, conditions must be flawless, that every detail must be aligned perfectly, that every risk must be calculated to the smallest degree. They wait for the perfect moment, the right time, or the ideal plan, but the truth is this: perfection is an illusion. It is a mirage that recedes as you approach, a convenient excuse that the mind uses to avoid action. If you want to achieve anything significant in life, you must learn to embrace imperfection. Waiting for the perfect moment is the surest way to guarantee that you will never start. The world does not reward those who prepare endlessly. It rewards those who act relentlessly. Consider this: every great accomplishment in history began with an imperfect first step. The artist who painted a masterpiece started with a single brushstroke. The inventor who changed the world began with a crude prototype. The entrepreneur who built an empire launched a business with uncertainty and risk. None of them waited for perfect conditions. They created their conditions through bold and decisive action. The mind, if left to its own devices, will find endless reasons to delay. It will point to what you lack, what could go wrong, or what might not be possible. It is your task to command your mind to silence this chatter and to move forward anyway. Action is the antidote to fear. Action is the engine of progress. It is through action that your thoughts are given life and your dreams are forged into reality. You must understand this deeply. Progress does not require perfection. It requires movement. When you take action, even if it is flawed or incomplete, you learn. You gain experience. You build momentum. This momentum becomes a force that carries you beyond the obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. In fact, waiting for perfection often leads to paralysis. It traps you in a cycle of preparation without execution. The mind convinces you that you are almost ready, just a little more preparation, just one more plan, and then you will begin. But this cycle is a trap. It is a prison that robs you of time, opportunity, and the chance to prove your strength. The greatest successes come not from flawless beginnings, but from the courage to begin at all. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. When you choose to act now with what you have where you are, you demonstrate a power greater than any challenge, the power of resolve. Remember, your first attempt will not be perfect. It will be imperfect. It will be flawed, but it will teach you lessons no book or plan ever could. Each action you take refines your approach, sharpens your focus, and brings you closer to your goal. So do not wait for perfection. Do not let the illusion of the ideal moment steal your future. Decide this day to act with what you have now. Your dreams are waiting for you, but they cannot wait forever. The world rewards those who just get it done, not those who only dream about getting it done. Procrastination is a silent thief that steals your time, your dreams, and your destiny. It is the invisible chain that holds back even the most capable and talented among us. The moment you delay action, you surrender your power. You hand over control of your future to fear, doubt, and indecision. Understand this clearly. Procrastination is not just a bad habit. It is the enemy of achievement. Many people deceive themselves into believing they are simply waiting for the right moment to begin. They say, "I will start tomorrow," or "I need more time to prepare." But tomorrow is a mirage, always just beyond reach, and preparation without action is nothing but wasted energy. The only moment you truly own is the present, and it is here that you must seize control. The mind will invent countless reasons to delay, to hesitate, to push your goals further down the road. It will create fears of failure, worries about rejection, or the false comfort of safety in inaction. These mental obstacles are cunning, disguised as rational thoughts, but they are no more than lies that weaken your resolve. You must develop a mindset that recognizes procrastination for what it is, a deliberate choice to surrender your potential. When you choose to procrastinate, you are choosing comfort over courage, ease over excellence, and delay over destiny. But you were not born to settle for comfort. You were born to conquer, to achieve, to fulfill the unique purpose that only you can accomplish. The cure for procrastination is simple yet powerful action. Even the smallest step forward breaks the spell of delay. The very act of beginning creates momentum. Once you move, fear loses its grip and your mind shifts from worry to problem solving. Action breeds confidence, and confidence fuels more action. This cycle becomes unstoppable. The man who overcomes procrastination understands that hesitation is the enemy of success. He does not wait to feel ready because he knows readiness is forged by doing. He takes action despite uncertainty because he understands that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act in spite of it. You must learn to discipline your mind and body to move immediately when the call to action comes. Do not delay, do not second. Guess, the longer you wait, the heavier the burden of fear grows and the harder it becomes to break free. Action must become your habit, your default response to every opportunity, challenge, and task. Remember, time is your most precious resource. Every moment lost to procrastination is a moment you will never reclaim. Success belongs to those who use their time wisely, who act decisively, and who refuse to let fear dictate their pace. So, when you feel the urge to put off what must be done, recognize it as a moment of choice. Will you surrender to hesitation, or will you rise and act? The difference between a dream realized and a dream abandoned lies in that simple decision. Choose action, choose courage, choose to overcome procrastination by just getting started. Your future depends on it. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary part of the journey toward it. Every man who has achieved greatness has faced failure, often many times. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not luck or talent. It is persistence. It is the refusal to quit, the determination to rise each time you fall, and the courage to keep moving forward when all seems lost. Understand this: failure is not a permanent condition. It is a temporary setback, a lesson wrapped in difficulty, a test of your commitment to your goal. Those who fail and never achieve are not defeated by failure itself. They are defeated by their response to it. The man who persists sees failure as feedback, not as a verdict. He listens, learns, and adapts. He uses failure as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Many give up at the moment when victory is nearest. They become weary from the struggle, discouraged by the obstacles, and blinded by self-doubt. But the man who succeeds pushes beyond these feelings. He knows that the path to achievement is paved with obstacles, delays, and setbacks. He embraces struggle as part of the process, not a sign of defeat. Persistence is more than stubbornness. It is a deliberate, disciplined commitment to your purpose. It requires faith in yourself and your vision, even when the world seems to turn against you. It demands that you keep your eyes on the prize and refuse to be distracted by temporary failures or criticisms. Remember the power of your mind in this struggle. The mind is like a garden. It will grow whatever seeds you plant. If you plant seeds of doubt and fear, those are the weeds that will choke your progress. But if you plant seeds of persistence, determination, and belief, they will grow into a strong tree that withstands storms and harsh winds. Persistence builds character. It develops patience and resilience. It trains your mind to focus on solutions rather than problems. Each time you face failure and choose to rise, you grow stronger and wiser. You prove to yourself that you have what it takes to overcome any obstacle. Do not fear failure, fear quitting. Failure is simply part of the process. The moment you decide to quit, failure becomes final. But as long as you persist, as long as you keep trying, you remain in the race. You remain on the path to success. Many have faced seemingly impossible odds and still triumphed because they refused to surrender. Your story can be the same. The power to persist lies within you. It is a choice, a habit, and a mindset that you can develop with practice. So when failure comes, and it will, greet it as a teacher, learn its lessons, adjust your course, and keep moving forward. Every failure brings you closer to success if you refuse to give up. Remember this: the man who persists just gets it done. Your mind is the greatest asset you possess, the master key that unlocks every door to success or failure. It is the source of your beliefs, your decisions, and your actions. Yet many men and women fail to understand the power of their own minds. They allow doubts, fears, and negative thoughts to control their destiny, as if they were helpless victims of circumstance. This is a tragic mistake. The mind is not a passive tool. It is an active force. It will produce what you command it to produce. If you fill your mind with doubt, hesitation, and fear, that is what you will see reflected in your life. But if you fill your mind with faith, confidence, and purpose, your reality will begin to change. This is no magic or wishful thinking. It is a natural law. You must become the master of your thoughts. You must discipline your mind to focus on your goals, your strengths, and your potential rather than on obstacles, weaknesses, or failures. The mind will obey the dominant thoughts that you impress upon it, and those thoughts will shape your habits, your behavior, and ultimately your destiny. Consider the great achievers throughout history. Their secret was not simply intelligence or talent, but a mindset trained for success. They visualized their goals clearly, believed in their ability to achieve them, and refused to allow negative influences to invade their minds. They understood that their thoughts were seeds, and what they planted determined the harvest they reaped. Your mindset is the foundation upon which every action is built. Without the right mental attitude, your efforts will falter, your motivation will wane, and your spirit will break. But with a powerful, focused mind, you can overcome obstacles that would crush others. You can turn failure into opportunity, fear into courage, and doubt into determination. It is vital to guard your mind carefully. Just as a fortress is protected by walls and guards, so too must you protect your mind from negative influences, whether they come from your environment, your associations, or even your own inner critic. Choose what you allow into your mind with great care, for what you feed grows stronger. Training your mind for success requires practice and discipline. It means affirming your goals daily, visualizing your success vividly, and replacing every negative thought with a positive one. It means persistent repetition until your mind accepts these beliefs as truth. This is the power of autosuggestion, a technique by which you direct your subconscious mind to work in harmony with your conscious desires. Remember, your mind is your greatest ally or your fiercest enemy. The difference lies in how you use it. When your thoughts are aligned with your purpose, your actions become unstoppable. You attract opportunities, you find solutions, and you create the life you desire. So take control of your mind today. Become the deliberate thinker, the focused visionary, and the confident doer. The power to shape your future lies within you. Start by mastering your mind. There is a remarkable force in this world, one that propels men toward their goals and transforms dreams into reality. That force is momentum. Momentum is created by movement, by action, and it is one of the most powerful allies you can have on your journey to success. Without momentum, even the strongest intentions fade and the grandest plans remain mere ideas. But once you begin to move, everything changes. The first step is always the hardest. That moment when you rise from hesitation, silence the voice of doubt, and take action, it is the moment when momentum begins to build. Even the smallest step forward is a victory. It sets a process in motion that grows stronger with each successive step. The key is to start, no matter how imperfectly. Think of a heavy stone resting on the ground. At rest, it demands tremendous effort to move, but once it begins to roll, the energy required to keep it moving diminishes. The harder you push at first, the faster it gains speed. Momentum works the same way in your life and work. The act of doing, of moving, creates energy that carries you forward. Many fail to realize the importance of this principle. They wait, overthink, and hesitate, missing the chance to gain momentum. They expect to feel ready or motivated before they act, but motivation often comes as a result of movement, not before it. Action fuels enthusiasm and confidence. It ignites your spirit and sharpens your focus. Once momentum is in motion, obstacles become less daunting. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable now appear as opportunities to learn and grow. The energy generated by consistent action pushes you through resistance, fatigue, and fear. It is a self-sustaining force. Action begets more action, and progress accelerates. Momentum also attracts support and opportunity. When you take action, you send a clear message to the world. You are serious, committed, and ready. Doors begin to open, resources appear, and people take notice. Opportunities that were hidden or unavailable to those standing still now come within reach. The secret to harnessing momentum is persistence and consistency. It is not about giant leaps, but about steady, continuous progress. Each day, each task completed, adds to the force propelling you forward. Even small, disciplined actions compound into significant results over time. Remember, starting is the key. Do not wait for the perfect plan, the ideal moment, or the feeling of readiness. Move now. Do what you can with what you have. Build momentum with every action you take. And when you feel discouraged or stuck, remember that any movement, is better than none. Your dreams depend on it. Your success depends on it. The power of momentum through movement will carry you beyond what you thought possible. So take that first step, make that call, write that page, begin, and keep going. Momentum is waiting to carry you. Too many men and women wait for permission. Permission to start, permission to speak up, permission to pursue their dreams. They wait for someone else to give them the green light, the approval, or the perfect signal to begin. But the harsh truth is this: permission will never come. If you wait for it, you will wait forever. The only permission you need is the permission you give yourself. Your life is your responsibility. No one else holds the key to your success, your happiness, or your destiny. To wait on the approval of others is to surrender your power and your future. It is a choice to remain small, to shrink within invisible boundaries set by fear and uncertainty. Great men and women do not wait for permission. They act boldly because they know that the world rewards those who take initiative, who claim their place, and who refuse to be silenced by doubt or delay. They understand that waiting for the right time, or the right person, is a trap designed to keep them from moving forward. The world is full of opportunities for those willing to reach out and seize them. Doors are open to the bold and the determined, but those doors will not open on their own for those who hesitate. You must take the first step, knock firmly, and step through. Confidence is born from action. When you stop waiting for permission and start doing, you discover a new sense of power within yourself. You realize that you have everything you need to begin right now. Your dreams do not require validation from others. They require your commitment. Waiting for permission is often a disguise for fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of criticism, but you cannot let fear dictate your life. You must become the master of your own fate by deciding to act regardless of what others think or say. Remember, every successful person began where you are now, with uncertainty, with doubt, and often without support. What set them apart was the courage to start without waiting for anyone's blessing. They created their own momentum by taking action, learning as they went, and refusing to stop. The world respects action and results far more than plans or promises. You earn your place by stepping forward and doing the work, not by waiting in the shadows for someone else's approval. So make a decision today. Give yourself permission to pursue your goals. Give yourself permission to fail, learn, and grow. Give yourself permission to be bold, to take risks, and to claim what is rightfully yours. No more waiting, no more excuses. The only thing standing between you and your success is the choice to begin. The power is in your hands. The time is now. Just get it done.